I'm shooting 5 houses a day, shooting 700 houses a year, doing commercial work, doing other stuff, seeing all kinds of beautiful homes, condos, and also seeing a lot of ugly rentals, repos, you name it. This business is exciting in every way, and every day is an adventure. Being a real estate photographer, hey, it pays the bills. I have a house, I have kids, it puts food on the table, and you could be a real estate photographer too. You want to know my journey? Well, it wasn't an easy one to find my way to be a real estate photographer. So let's talk about the early days of my photography career. It all started with a snap and shoot, just like anybody else. It seems to be that way. Back 10, 20 years ago, you started with that. There was no camera phones. There's no cell phones yet. So yeah, it was snap and shoot. And guess what? It was film. Yes, film. I started on film way back in the day. So I was inspiring. I was getting fired up. Back then, there was no big internet 20 years ago. No looking at photos online. There was Popular Photography magazine. Remember that one? Or Outdoor Photographer magazine and Photo Life up here in Canada. Those ones really pumped me up, seeing people's photos, hearing their stories. So it inspired me. I bought an SLR. The first one was a little Rebel, the Canon. A little SLR, it was cheap as what I can afford. I used the kit lens, which I believe was an 18-55 back then. That's all I needed. I shot the world with it. I didn't know what I wanted to shoot yet. I was looking at macro, to landscapes, to people, and having lots of fun. And that was the early days, just like everybody. We don't know where we're going, but we're just pumped and fired up to go. So next stage, I really gravitated to landscapes. I love landscapes, nightscapes, whatever. It was my thing. People, it was tougher getting a smile, getting a look. Landscapes just came natural to me. So I wanted to see the world. I was going to take a big journey. So in 2001, I was planning out a big trip. So up here in Canada, I live on the prairies. So I'm going to take a road trip because I can't afford plane tickets. I'm not making a lot of money yet. This is just a side gig. I just want to go see things. So September 2001, I was planning to go on a road trip for a whole month, hit all the way down to Arizona. Well, September 2001, that was 9/11. It changed the world. Go figure. I was pumped to get away, and everything stopped. The borders were closed. I couldn't get it from Canada to US, so I waited out to see what the world would do. Waited a whole year. Took more photos around my home, around Canada, and then finally I took the road. I traveled all the way through Montana, south to Utah, Arizona. I think I visited 10 states over a month, about 20 national parks, and it was the national parks that really pumped me up. And go figure, back then, I was only shooting one roll a day, 136 roll. I would shoot a roll, that's it. And next day, load her up and do another roll. And it wasn't until I got back, I got to look at all my photos and see how good they really were. And it really pumped me up. When you go someplace you've never been and it's new, it was uplifting for me. It really kick-started my career and pushed me from just shooting snapshots to shooting something nice. The next stage of my photography career was developing my skills. I got better. I jumped over to digital. So my first digital was the Canon Digital Rebel in 2004. This little camera, and it was game changer. Wow, you can see your photos right now. I don't have to wait till they get developed. Instant gratification if you did good or if you did bad. I kept developing my skills, getting better and better. And through the following years, I dumped that little Digital Rebel and keep upgrading, getting better gear, getting better glass. The next part that really helped me was I discovered the Saskatoon Camera Club. They helped develop my skills even further. I was an a judging chair for many years. I got to see print after print, hear what judge after judge said, and understanding composition, leading lines, rule of thirds. All these things are so important. How color works, how shadows work. And it took me yet to a new level. And by 2010, I discovered landscapes is what I love. Cityscapes is what I love. That year, I was so fired up. I started shooting my most iconic images that still sell today. I started selling prints and making money, and it just pumps you up, and you don't realize, hey, my prints are this good. People want them on their walls. It took me to a whole new level. I was selling prints locally and making money that way, and I also discovered the stock world. All the other images that were just okay, I sold online to stock agencies and made extra income that way. These two income streams just kept upgrading my equipment over the years. As I had a main corporate job, this was just the fun side, the other side. The next stage is going pro. In 2012, I opened my business. I still had my main corporate job, but now I was going big. In 2008, I now can afford plane tickets. I flew down to Arizona. I was in Sedona. Sedona is beautiful. I was there for a few days. And not only was I photographing the rocks and the structures, one day I just decided, hey, let's take a walk. Let's take a walk through town. Let's look at the houses. Let's look at everything else that's around this town, not just the rocks. And sure enough, house after house had a for sale sign. They looked empty, and I talked to the locals. Well, in 2008, the economy took a huge hit in the U.S. Where I was, I didn't know. I didn't even have a clue they were doing so bad. People are just moving out, finding jobs. And then it hit me. It's, wow, all these houses are just sitting. When I got back, I started doing some digging and looking. Well, these realtors now had to work extra hard to sell real estate. Their basic photos just weren't cutting it. With the digital era coming in, it was just inevitable that the photographer that shot real estate came alive. One by one, in each little nook of the world, real estate photographers were starting to show up. And that's what made me realize, hey, maybe this is something I want to do. Is this something I could do in my own town, own city? And I started digging around. So then I learned from online resources. The biggest one was PFRE, Photography for Real Estate. And Larry Lerman was in charge back then. He had article after article, and I bought his book and then found other people online on YouTube that helped pave my way and learn. I learned that way, and then I practiced. I shot my own home. I went to friends' homes, and I got it down. And I got a little bit of a workflow. And then I took the leap. In 2014, I jumped into real estate. I marketed myself to the realtors. I let myself know I was out there. And within months, believe it or not, they knew who I was. I was booked solid, and I was shooting home after home. I was doing them pretty quick back then. I think I was doing about an hour and a half per shoot, and just getting them out. It was amazing. I was pumped. I couldn't believe I could make a living of this. I escaped the corporate world. I'm my own boss. I hated the corporate world by the time I was done with it. The bosses, the politics, the meetings, the wasted time. Done. I'm now my own boss. I'm shooting houses. I get to meet people. I get to meet owners. And it just made me happy. So in the following years, year after year, I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been growing. I've been growing my photography, growing my skills, getting better and better. What else has happened? I've grown the business. I don't just shoot photos anymore. I bought a Matterport, used Matterport for a few years. Now I use iGuide for virtual tours. Much better product and faster. I'm able to pump those out incredibly fast. And then beyond that, aerial took off. Drones. It was easy to buy a drone. It was easy to fly a drone. I was using it first for acreages and farms, and now I'm licensed and I'm taking it to the city, and it is huge here. Hugely popular. So beyond that, virtual tours, aerials, then there's virtual staging, all these things. And the last piece was video. I started learning video. I bought a course, learned, I've been doing videos, and this is what has taken me from shooting houses to shooting for YouTube. And this is where I'm going now. And how I am going to express myself and share my knowledge with my community. I attended the PFRE conference last 2 years, and there is an amazing group of photographers out there that do just real estate, and I want to share my tips and tricks with them. So I hope you are one of them and follow me along on my journey into the pivoting point from everything I do to now educator. I want to educate. I want people to learn what I've learned, teach them better ways to work, faster workflows, better tools, better technical gear. There's so many things to talk about. Please continue my journey and follow me on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. See ya.